Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. That was week Reich India. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So we have secured significant amount of Tibetan territory. We have caused about 134,000 Chinese casualties, and we're pushing our way over towards Kunming so we can capture this supply hub. Is there another supply hub around here? Again, it's really just Goimund, but that's like pretty far north and pretty far behind Chinese lines. So I don't think it's my top priority. We're going to take Dal, which is, Dali is worth 3. Kunming, of course, is worth 10. And we're going to try our best. I mean, Lhasa, pretty far away, isn't it? We're also building a rail line, I should say, up towards this new supply hub. It'll be done today, I think? Hey, there we go. In Ceylon's future. As Britain's last fortress on the Indian subcontinent, the upcoming Ceylonese election will have a lasting impact on the fate of the country. With the incumbent UNP losing much support, rising political tensions, and a spike in nationalist sentiments, the Republic of India is seeking to end its imperialist foothold once and for all, while the United Kingdom looks to maintain its influence in the region. So, where is this Ceylon? Okay, because we're still limited here. Is it in the top? No. Ceylon, anti-colonial, coordinate Tamil action. We'll do that one. Ceylon struggle. Leaning valuable has reached lower than or equal to -5. So right now it is at -0.05. So it's just in the anti-colonial struggle. It's not in its own separate category, at least not yet. That is fine. Okay, so at least we know this now. And we have 500 days to get this going. Now, presumably, the British have a way to do the opposite, right? Where they are going to try to bring down revolutionary struggle. And also, I did see that apparently DC just got statehood. Congratulations to them. You can move you in this direction. You are taking casualties. 400 planes. Okay, that's not great. I think we need to build a new airbase as well. We need a new airbase as close to the Himalayas as possible. Build me an airbase, boys. Build me an airbase. How long will that take? 8th of March at 55. I'm guessing that's just for the first level, though, not for all of it. Yeah, so I'm going to pull you back. A little worried about Kunming, I will say. Then that my plan here maybe is not the smartest I've ever had. Okay. Keep on pushing, at least a little bit. We'll take Kunming. We'll see if this counts as river access. Again, I'm not too sure. Put a bit of pressure on this guy. Have you move your way up north. Kunming will get taken. And how does that work for rivers? Can I please select you? Because if this counts as a river for supply-based purposes, which it does not look like it is, that's fine. We kind of knew this was going to happen. We want to build a railway from here to here. Is that the closest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Throw it up here as well. 21st. And how many planes do they have in this area? 300 fighters. Not great. We have 9 CASs in background support. And what do we want for our focus? Again, we either focus on you, led by Zhukov, or we go with the Perm government. I'm leaning towards the Perm government just because they're bigger is really my main justification there. Fun Ceylonese communist. Ceylon blockade. 300 is crazy. Colonial leaning by -0.5. But does that do anything for you? No, I don't think so. I'm leaning towards the But I mean, I understand maybe supporting you as well. They both have interesting plays. 5 to 32. We're going to go for legitimate government. We'll go with perm here. Just for the time being. I'm hoping I'm not making a mistake. I hope I'm not stretching my lines out too thinly by moving all these units over here. But if we can get this railroad finished, then we're going to be looking really, really nice. Oh, I didn't actually realize you guys got this secured. So we'll have these 3 divisions go here. Now that you are have supplies, we're gonna have these units pushed away forward as well. And you guys are still looking good. The rail line. When is the rail line going to be done? It's going to be done on the 25th. So 10 more days. And because we took the supply hub, what's next closest supply hub for the Chinese? It's Nanning. And then Changsha, way further into the interior. So we get Kunming. We get that to be a supply hub. Our units are going to be in a much happier and better position. For sure. And that's going to allow us to push away deeper and deeper into China. And then we just have the leapfrog. We go to Kunming, then we go to Nanning, then we go to Guangzhou. Move our way to Chongqing. Thing is, we don't have that many units, though. That actually is a big concern of mine for sure. Is that our unit number is pretty bad. Like, we're not, by no means are we taking heavy casualties. The casualty numbers are looking actually fantastic for us. But it's still worrisome, to say the least. 192 days looks good. Can definitely push this tank back. I don't know if we're going to get the encirclement. You know, if that's the case, we're just going to, like, push up 2 tiles at a time. That should be fine. We can keep on trying to influence Afghanistan to join our sphere of influence. I don't know if that's not going to make them join our faction, though. Unfortunately. Sure, we'll get this down to 1. I don't know if that means they're going to be annexed. Well, it seems like we're going to have a civil war. What do we need to do to escalate the conflict? All the following must be true. Countries of India. War's been on for less recently than 365 days ago. More than 2 occupied enemy states. Do we know when this war started? The Sino-Indian War. Sino-Indian War. Again, it has to generate world tension for it to show up here. July 23rd. Okay, so it hasn't been a year yet. But now we at least have a date for when the war started. But do we actually... Where's the airport? Their airfield here. I'm honestly actually not too sure. Let's move all of our fighters closer, and now they can go into this air region. Secure air superiority there. Looks fantastic to me. And, of course, we want to connect these afterwards. 1, 2. Something like this makes most sense. When will you be done? You'll be done on the 22nd of May. It seems further away than it actually is. It's actually not that bad. Okay, so again, Chinese tanks been pushed back in their province. You're getting closer to your supply hub in Duha. But if we can take Duha, we can just connect our rail lines up, which will be nice. Now, unfortunately, your supply hub is still a little further behind than I would be happy with, but that is what it is. Can't really do anything regarding that. And what, you have 3 divisions here. We can stretch you 2 more. And then we can pull Blue Army further back, and they can make their way down into the south. Okay, so now you're at war with Zhukov. How many troops do you guys have? 5 to 24. Ugh, I mean, honestly, it still seems rather okay. I think all things considered. We're going to push you down towards the border of Laos. Capture all of this Chinese territory. And in fact, actually, probably to shrink your line down to just be Kunming at the furthest. I think the rest of that is probably fine. We can push you to the river. Pull you guys 2 provinces back. And having less units in these provinces means that they're going to take less supplies. So it's going to make our supply hub Even better when it's actually finished. Yeah, push your way into Vietnamese Republic. Again, Vietnam, it is a not puppet, but it's in the Japanese, or the Chinese sphere. I know what the hell I'm talking about, okay? And you have low supplies, but... I mean, another supply hub, like, right here would also probably be pretty good. But I also need these military factories built. There's so much shit I need, right? Like, that's the funny bit. Not, like, funny, like, haha, but... Can you move here? You can. So have these two divisions go up a little bit more. If I had, like... I don't even know. If I had, like, one more division there, I think that would be nice for blue. And by blue, I mean, you know, brownish yellow. Okay, we can definitely push. Recognition of the Perm Soviet government. In the latest deepening of relations between ourselves and the Perm Soviet government, we officially recognize the Perm government as the legitimate successor state for the USSR. Algeria has now gained their independence as well. Congratulations to them. And, you know, let's arm their partisans as well. Including arming the Moscow Red Army. Trying to think, like, what we can do with you. I mean, we can try to go for, like, a smaller encirclement kind of thing against this one division. We'll have this tank go like this. I don't think we really need to worry about the tank division too much. Push you. That is... Oh, the polio vaccine. I can read it. Push you in this direction as well. Like, we're doing really well against the Kuomintang right now. Urban agitation. They're at 6. So, I mean, they're getting more influence. I'm assuming the Chinese maybe just cannot fight it anymore. Like, I think that's a possibility. By the way, we don't need a level 10 airbase. I was just, like, jumping the gun a little bit there. Okay, you now have 600. We can fly you further up. You guys are still looking great. You can't reach here yet, but I'm assuming... Hopefully soon we may build another airbase closer towards Kunming. Advanced artillery, AA guns. Go infantry, anti-tank. A little bit more. Also, problem right now is that this is occupied by Tibet. It is not occupied by Indian forces. And I don't know if Tibet has the manpower to actually effectively... to effectively actually hold it. Also, I really wish we had guns to give these guys. Okay, you've actually been pushed back, unfortunately. We can keep pushing you towards the river. We're holding the river here, which is nice. Actually, what if all of you just held position for the time being? I think that seems okay. We're only at 26,000 casualties is absolutely nothing. Yeah, push this, Actually, no. Yes. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I'll pull you back, hold position. Again, we still hold Kunming. A supply hub there would be lovely. And when are you done? You're done on the 22nd of this month. We really need more guns. How long is this shortage going to last? 280 days, assuming nothing changes? We're missing some tanks, missing 1,000 support equipment. I mean, it still looks bad. You've actually get held back. Okay. I mean, it looks like it is across a river over into, you know, a desert. So the fact you're not fighting very effectively, I'm not surprised by. I think you've been doing very well for yourselves considering the circumstances. I think another potential encirclement for this division here. We go something like this. Again, every encircled division is one less division that the Chinese have. And again, presumably the Chinese don't have guns to reinforce their armies. That would have to be my guess. I mean, I can't. And we have about roughly the same amount of factories on military production. like, that makes sense. I want to push into these kind of low supply infantry where I can. We've finished you guys up. 1% recruit population factor is fucking nothing. I mean, the stability could be nice. But that's honestly really all we're looking for. You know what? How about send weapons to Vietnam? Let's do the Opium Trail. If I don't know if like having the Vietnamese Republic and the Socialist Republic of Vietnam fight each other would actually be beneficial to us. But I've got to imagine that it's not going to be bad for us by any means. Now, unfortunately, the further we push the Chinese towards Nanning, the better their supplies are going to be and the worse ours will be. But again, we hold Kunming, which is good. The White Peace. The Sino-Indian War is over. Indian commanders have banked on having the element of surprise following rapid seizing of strategic points in advance in their invasion of Tibet. This, it turns out, was an impossibility in extremely harsh conditions of the Himalayan mountains. The Indian offense bogged down quickly, and both sides were locked into a bloody, unending stalemate. With a year having passed since the start of the war, both sides had come to negotiating a ceasefire. Well, that is a little unfortunate. Well, I mean, it's still good. We did win, right? That's kind of, but the problem is, like, I pushed so far. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't really know if there's anything we can really do. You know what we will do? Here's my take. Assuming nothing changes, we've taken major cities from the fact that we took Kunming. I at least think we have to give them some of their claims. Now, we're not going to go all the way to Hakshi. We didn't actually occupy that. But I think taking you and Kamdo, I think those are fairly reasonable concessions right now. For the fact that we've killed 200,000 Chinese troops, and that we took, you know, major Chinese cities. Like, Kunming is a city. 11 million people are in that state. So I feel like that's fairly reasonable, like, given the circumstances that we were in. Now, unfortunately, we weren't able to escalate the war, because I don't think... Well, actually, once our autosave, the 19th of May, I will load that up. I will see if we're able to kind of push. I don't think we are, but I'll just double check. Okay, I've gone back. I've loaded up the previous save. It was available, so it's not a year from when we intervened. It's a year from when China invaded Tibet. So what we're going to do is political power. We're not going to do 90. We're going to go up to 34. So we're up to 90. And then we're going to escalate the conflict. The war between India and China was intensified, with expanding ambition and growing hostility between the two states. The scope of this war has expanded beyond the territory of Tibet. Good. Okay, see, this is better for us. This is better for us. So what do we want to do? Form the Tibetan Republic, total war, establish Greater Tibet, liberate East Turkestan. So this we need Duha to take. For Tibetan Republic, oh, we just need 60 political power, and then we just puppet them, which, you know, works for me. Form Greater Tibet. One of the following must be... So this is peace. This is the peace condition right now. And then total war. All of the following must be true. We are India. Less recently than 365 days ago. We occupy more than 4 enemy states. How many states do we actually occupy? We have 1, 2... I mean, we do occupy more than 4 enemy states. But some of those are occupied by Tibet and not occupied by us. Now, I'm presuming that total war is going to mean that there is no peace negotiation. But I at least want to liberate East Turkestan. I want to establish a Tibet Republic. And then I like to establish Greater Tibet. That's at least my aims right now. And I think that's a fairly reasonable claim. Right? I feel like that's fairly reasonable. So what does this actually want? One of the following must be true. Tibet's at peace with China. All the following must be true. Kiskang is owned by Tibet. Nangkyu is owned by Tibet. Nagari is owned by Quebec. Or Tibet. Okay, so... which states are these? Is it just all the ones they have claims on? So, Zhihai is... at least 3 of the following must be true. Okay. It's fully controlled by Tibet. Nyangpu, which is this Nyangkyu? Okay, so I think those are their core states normally. And then we at least need Qinghai, Kamdo, Guilong, and Hongxi. That's Dali. There's Chamdo, Guilong. There's Haixi up, so I guess it's all their claims. We at least need to own 3 of their claims. Which I think is fairly reasonable. But I will say that at least right now, this is a pretty good time for us to end this episode. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. If not enjoy, you can always thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.